Welcome to the Brains and Brawn Design Challenge Symposium. We are thrilled to be joined today by some of the foremost experts in the field of sports medicine, rehabilitation, performance, and technology. We will seek to answer questions about what the rapid evolution of our understanding of the effects of brain injuries means for athletes looking to perform their best.
This is a 24-hour design sprint, and we've got some rock star judges coming in tomorrow. So what we want you to do is brainstorm, prototype, test, and showcase products, services, startups, social movements empowered by tech that could make 2025 a concussion-free Canada.
So today we're basically here to look at how we can find a way to maybe slow down how concussion is kind of deteriorating some of the sports, and some of like the greatest players in the world are gone because of concussions and because of neurological disorders. So we want to look at how we can start smaller and young kids up to ages 18 and 19 and see how we can change that.
I think we're doing much better in terms of awareness. Compared to when I first started, I had a difficult time to convince a coach that he should take a player out of a game, whether it was a junior hockey game or a professional team, because I couldn't prove to him that this was a concussion.
And I think what's most important to think about is your judgment lives in your brain. So asking people if they're okay after they get hit is actually ridiculous. Asking people if they're, back to normal, it's like, well, we need to have measures of that. We can't just go with what they're saying because athletes want to play.
What we're trying to do here is more determine whether it's a go or no go. We're not determining on the sideline whether they have a concussion or not. We're just determining whether we feel like it's safe for them to go back into a game. That's very important.
We've got students primarily from Ryerson University. We also have other visiting students, and as you can see behind us, we've got over 100 hackers today, so it's pretty special. Some of the best ideas are going to challenge the status quo. And I don't just mean technologically, I actually mean all the nonprofits, all the stakeholders, all the doctors, all the rehab facilitators, all the parents, and they're going to build stuff that kids just really authentically love, and that will have the most traction.
From looking at these two guys here, who do you think has a higher chance of a concussion?
In terms of how our treatment approaches have evolved in the last 3 to 4 years, I would say it's including some of our newer technologies, some of our understanding of how do we measure balance, how do we measure strength in and around the neck, how do we measure performance in each therapy session.
Ce qu'on s'est aperçu avec surtout les jeunes, lorsqu'on peut modifier leur posture rapidement, on a de meilleurs résultats pour la prévention et aussi pour la réhabilitation.
From my experience in war, is that one act that you decide to target someone's head in a sport and it's not warranted could ruin that person for the rest of their life. And it could ruin you.
Years ago, when I wanted to inflict pain on somebody in football, I wanted to hurt guys, but not long term. So if I don't want to hurt you long term, where'd I hit you? I hit you in the head. Because if I hit you in the knee, that's going to end your career, or your ankle is your career. So if I want to knock you out and you caught the ball and you weren't looking, I was going to hit you right in the head, because it's not going to hurt your career, hurt you later, but it's going to hurt you now. How backwards is that thinking now when we look back? It's only 10 years ago. 10 years later, how backwards thinking was you want to not injure someone long-term, so you hit them in the head. And that's just the way we thought back then.
And all these different types of drills that you did to just try to, show your toughness. And you're just giving yourself you're just getting your brain closer and closer to that concussion every day in practice. Running that drill over and over and over again. And so nowadays, I think teams are just practicing smarter.
Train smartly, I think it's like my coach and I doesn't believe in the big sparring. So to get punched in the face often, every week, it's like you have a fight every week. It's not smart. Like, it's not take care of you if you want to do that on the long term.
Well, I really like how it's planned out here today. We got a lot of stuff going on. We had a little video of a UFC fighter actually from Montreal. See, I'm very big into UFC, so that really hit close. I like the group work. I like the group environment, and I really think it promotes learning and growing.
Thanks for coming to the table and bringing your talents. It's exciting to think that probably in the last 5 years, there's been more research and more attention on concussions and CT than there have in the history of time.
Team 13, 14, and 7, get on up.
Amazing.
It's crazy.
I'm shaking.
I finally got the dip with my chips, bro.
I was so impressed of how you guys, and I mean every last project, how you incorporated the information that we had given you and the information that the experts delivered yesterday. You guys are doing and have done in this, like you're literally making the world a better place for what you've done.